If you're seeing more memes than ads lately, you're not wrong. Hi, my name's Peyton, and I have been in social media for over 6 years. It started all the way back with doing a lot of internships in college, doing UGC. I was a brand photographer, and then I started working with brands on their social media, and I really fell in love with strategy. So I kind of want to share that with everybody else. I have been scouring the internet for some sort of social media trends podcast, YouTube channel. I haven't found exactly what I'm for. Basically, I want strategy updates, platform updates, and I haven't found exactly that for all social media platforms. If you own a company, if you are a salesperson, if you're an influencer, if you are trying to get into marketing, I'm hoping that this podcast can help you too. Today, we are going to talk about the biggest content shifts in 2025 and what you can expect for the end of Q4 and beyond. Again, this is for brand owners, creators, marketers, or anyone just trying to grow their presence online. I feel like social media is super valuable. I have been preaching on this. There is social media real estate right now, and that is free. It's free to make an account, but it just takes time and it takes strategy to be able to build that and turn it into something valuable. And again, there is an open playing field. If you're interested in doing something like this, all it takes is the learning curve, figuring out your audience, figuring out what you want to pursue on social media, and again, building that social media real estate. So, I think it's a great time to invest. It's never too late to throw your hat in the ring. So, if you are interested in any of the above, keep listening, and I'm hoping this will help. Let's first talk about the raw and relatable wins on social media, the rise of raw, unpolished, organic content. People in general are craving realness. We see this in marketing. I feel like sales techniques have changed. In advertising, in business, people want something real. They want something tangible. They want something relatable. They want something vulnerable that has brand personality where they can put themselves in that person or that brand's shoes and really feel something. So, this is changing the landscape of a lot of things right now, but especially social media and especially brands. People are no longer craving the studio content, the airbrush content, the brand marketing that looks picture perfect. Nobody wants that because you can't really relate to it. That's not how everyday life looks. So, the overly branded graphics that you're doing on Canva, throw it out the window. We're not going to need it right now, and we're probably not going to need it anytime soon. What people are craving is something that looks fresh out of your camera roll. It looks like you just took a random photo, and it's okay if there's some blemishes and it's not perfect. That's even better. Instagram overlay text is the new carousel. It's mind blowing because I love carousels and Canva's the place to do it. There's templates for it and it makes it easier. But people aren't really wanting that anymore. People, again, want that realness. So here's a trick that you can lean into to kind of garner on this organic feel. Use pictures from your camera roll and use Instagram overlay text or whatever the native platform you're on. Use that overlay text to make it like, you just created it in app because you did. Also, another bonus point is the platforms really love it when you use their native tools. So if you are creating the carousels in app, you're also using the editing, you're using the text, you can use the music, and supposedly your content is supposed to be performing better than if you were just making it on Canva. Perfect is no longer in. The highly curated look is just salesy, it's cold. Again, it's not the relatable feel. So you don't want something to look like you just airbrush the background and like it's fake. You want to look at a picture and you want to feel like it's real, like you're in that moment, like you could have captured that or like a friend posted that photo. I think of it like this. If I'm going to post something on a brand page, I want to post something that I would share on my own Instagram story. If you are going to post something and you look at it and you're like, ugh, it feels like there's too much branding. I wouldn't share it on my own personal story, but, if you're having that thought, don't even post it. You want to post something that you can look at saying, yeah, I would share that on my own personal story. So even brand accounts are ditching the aesthetic grid just for the lo-fi in the moment post. So these are some accounts that you can look on to find some relatable content. These are brands that do it really well. Again, I'm just talking about brand marketing in this part, but Scrub Daddy, Goodyear Blimp, Grillo Pickles, these are great examples of brands who are doing it right, who are doing all of these things that are making real, authentic content. Influencers posting throwback selfies and putting a quick text overlay on it will perform much better than anything edited in airbrush and looking too aesthetic. So my forecast for the raw and relatable is that more brands will start ditching their media kits. So that means their brand colors, their fonts, their logos that will be ditched, and we will be leaning more into the what would a friend post. We will also see a rise in employee generated content. A great brand that does this so well is Seed to Table. And again, this is just their social media coordinator killing it with content, leaning into trends, making organic content and posting, the lo-fi B-roll, something that looks like you just took it off your iPhone and using the handwritten style overlays or the Instagram text overlays. The second trend that I want to talk about is culture as a strategy. Culture jacking is the new creative direction. So, if you are a brand, if you're a social media coordinator, if you are running your business on social media, listen to this because I think this is going to be one of the most important things I'm going to say in this video. Brands are remixing viral moments. So, I'm going to talk about some examples that are current right now. So, first and foremost, the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle collab. This has gone viral overnight, ruffled a lot of feathers, but so many brands are remixing it, making parodies. The day after this campaign went out, the very next day, there were CEOs wearing denim tuxedos and posing for content to make a parody out of this. So they weren't having their own creative moment. They were just leaning into something that already happened. But again, you're engaging in the conversation, you are being a part of something, and you are creating a community around this. And that's one of the most important things that you can be doing right now in social media. Another example is The Summer I Turned Pretty. This is, again, a very popular series. And a lot of brands are posting Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah content. A great example of a brand that did this very well was Delta Airlines. Again, a very big consumer brand leaned into this trend to engage in conversation. And what they got with that was a lot of shares, comments, likes, and a lot of relatability with that, with the younger crowd. So you want to be in the chatter, you want to be in the conversation. One of the ways that you can do this is see what's going on culturally. What are people talking about? You have to get that social listening piece and then find the right place for your brand to engage in the conversation. If it doesn't fit, don't feel the need to engage in that particular part of the conversation. Wait for another topic to come up, and then if it fits, engage in it. Another example is the Coldplay cheating meme. Beauty brands and beverage brands jumped on this, creating ads of this scandal. A lot of brands participated in this. A lot of sales accounts participated in this. A lot of just accounts in general participated in this meme because, again, it was something that went viral overnight and they wanted to be a part of the engagement. So, why does this work? These trends are already getting attention on a national, if not global level. So, brands aren't just starting from scratch with the ideas, they're just joining the conversation. They're leaning into it and they're making a parody of what's already out there. The cultural alignment contributes to the credibility and virality. So, when I see a brand posting a meme that I understand that is hot in culture right now, I automatically feel like they see me. Okay, they understand the market. And that helps get sales. It helps get the loyalty and trustworthiness that they need to build their brand. So, my forecast is holiday campaigns will feel more like meme pages than ad agencies. And I'm here for that because I am so sick of seeing curated, beautiful ads that are not relatable. I respond much more to something that makes me laugh that I'm going to share to a friend because that is how you grow brand awareness. We'll see fewer buy now call to actions and a lot more cultural winks. So, this would be Jeremiah's go to gift, or, everyone right now is leaning into Taylor Swift's new album coming out. So, figuring out a way that you can into that while you're also promoting your product or brand. Another one is less studio branded photo shoots for products and companies and more iPhone content. We want organic lo-fi content, and the line between brand content and fan content will continue to blur. Number three, the rise of meme content. Meme content is no longer risky, but it is required. Brands used to avoid memes saying they're not brand safe or they're too edgy. Now they're a brand voice. They're absolutely needed to create engagement with the younger generation. Meme accounts are now partnering with top tier brands for co branded content. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this too with holiday season coming up. Smart brands are even hiring meme creators as part of their teams so they can generate more organic content. So, my forecast is we can expect to see meme and product hybrids in Q4, like choose your fighter post with gift sets and POV style reels that just feel native to TikTok. I think we're going to see that everywhere, and we're going to see that pushed out as ads as well. I think meme based storytelling will dominate paid and organic socials over the next 6 months. And last but not least, number four, UGC, the future is already here. User generated content is the most trusted content. UGC doesn't look like the old school UGC like it did 5 years ago when photographers were switching to use user generated content. They were making mini studios in their home, setting up backdrops, getting that lighting, getting the shadows just right, getting the ASMR, and trying to lean into the texture. It no longer looks like that. It truly looks like someone shot it on an iPhone because they did. It looks like real life, everyday life. It looks like you are taking a picture in your purse of a lip gloss, something that is in the moment. Consumers trust it more than polished influencer ads. And I definitely relate to this. When I see something on my feed and it looks like I could have taken that photo or I could have taken that video, but a brand posted it, I do give them a little bit more trust because, again, I relate to that more. UGC that blends memes, trends, and everyday storytelling is outperforming the high budget shoots. So, brands are no longer going to be investing a ton of money in the beautiful, polished ads. They're going to be putting more money in their own organic and paid socials by putting more money boosting their organic photos and putting that under ads. So, we're going to see a lot more spend go to that and a lot more spend go to influencers and those who make UGC content. So, my forecast is this: we'll see UGC as a service platforms grow as the need for studio content becomes less and less. Brands will build content pipelines by incentivizing everyday customers, not just influencers. They want to hear from real consumers, not just the people that are being paid to use it. They want to hear the real and relatable. UGC will also drive SEO again because we see this on TikTok, we see this on Instagram search. This is what is going to be generating a lot of the SEO. Let's recap the trends that we're going to be seeing in 2025: the relatable, raw, organic content. Two, the culture jacking and trend remixing. Three, meme marketing is the new creative strategy. Four, UGC is the most in your content stack. So if it doesn't feel like a real person made that content, don't post it. The more human content feels, the more powerful it is, and the more people relate to it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I post my next video. And let me know in the comments your favorite 2025 brand moment so far.